Today we're going to take a look at Numbers chapter 11, verses 4 through 6, and then verses 19 through 20. Let me read this to you. Now the rabble that was among them had a strong craving, and the people of Israel also wept again and said, Oh, that we had meat to eat. We remember the fish we ate in Egypt that cost nothing, the cucumbers, the melons, the leeks, the onions, and the garlic. But now our strength is dried up, and there's nothing at all but this manna to look at. Down in verses 19 and 20, we read this, the Lord's answer to them, to their complaining. He says, You shall not eat just one day. He's talking about the meat. You shall not eat just one day, or 2 days, or 5 days, or 10 days, or 20 days, but a whole month, until it comes out at your nostrils and becomes loathsome to you, because you have rejected the Lord who is among you, and have wept before him, saying, Why did we come out of Egypt? I'm sure you've heard it said, be careful what you ask for, because you might just get it. And this sentiment most certainly seems to fit the situation of Israel in this passage. The Lord had provided amply for the nation by providing what they needed, and he provided for them manna. However, they got tired of manna and craved meat to eat. So the Lord sent them meat. In fact, Numbers chapter 11, verses 31 to 35 tells us that the quail fell on an area covering the camp and out to a day's journey from the camp, up to about waist high. It further tells us that when the people ate of the quail, before they consumed it, they were stricken with the plague. The problem with Israel was the attitude of their hearts in asking for the meat. The text indicates that they had rejected the Lord. One commentator stated that their attitude would be like a modern day person, a modern day Christian, saying to the Lord, I wish you had not died for me, leave me alone. They had turned their backs on the Lord, thinking that they could run their own lives better without him. It really, ultimately, was a matter of lordship. Now the Lord knew what was best for Israel, and he knows what is best for us. The Lord provides for us that which is beneficial for us in our lives, to guide us and to fit us into his wonderful sovereign program. However, often we crave things like a little child who wants to eat candy for dinner. The parents know that the child needs a balanced diet to remain healthy and strong, but the child doesn't know that the child just cries out for candy. And in the same way, though, for us, the Lord knows what is best for us, even when we don't know what's best for us. Therefore, we ought to consider our attitude in prayer, not being childish like the Israelites were, but James stated that often we ask and do not receive because we ask wrongly, with the wrong motives. And so we must ask correctly. When we crave and ask for things, we must consider how these things fit into the Lord's sovereign program for us. We must ask according to his sovereign purposes. We are to join him in his program. It's not the other way around, because his way is absolutely the best way for all of us.